So welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video, we're taking a look at the gaming and metaverse coins on my watch list, and primarily PYR Vulcan Forged, as this is one I'm currently in an active trade with. You're going to look at the highlights for this one in the month of April and beyond, some real bullish catalysts, and also on the watch list, some of the coins I would like to rotate into. So I'm going to share my kind of strategy here over the next couple of months. But starting here, Crypto ISO posted this and he just retweeted it. So this previous post was like a few days ago and he retweeted it today. Trading Bitcoin now will be the worst thing you can do. You basically wait for Bitcoin to move and then the market to accept the range lows. And once those hold, which it did, then you can see people moving out of the risk curve now. And so this is the best time to buy your altcoins and continue to ride them. And primarily with this, thinking about weeks ahead or even a few months ahead here, as we look to ride up some of the wave, this kind of liquidity event that Bitcoin has just caused for us. We then have the lows of the range here settling at around $45,000 to $46,000. So what we can see here is that Bitcoin's come back and tested this kind of line here at 45, say 700 and some change on a few occasions. And this is the kind of low of the range now. And of course, that is a previous resistance now flipped as support. So what we had is a huge amount of wealth generated in Bitcoin here. And as people get comfortable with the range being set for Bitcoin and it's holding this line nicely, and as long as we don't break considerably below this one, say like 44,000 or lower, we're going to consolidate here. And this means the altcoins have a real opportunity to run, and they will run fairly hard, I believe. Now, of course, the sector of gaming and metaverse is one that ran last. So around November, it had its peak previously in 2021. And so this means that I think it's going to be a little bit of a laggard here. And also because it's so wrecked from those previous highs, could have some big gains to retrace. Now, always on the lookout for some news, some market stimulus to come. This is coming now over the next couple of days. So I think tomorrow there's a spaces between Snoop Dogg and Charles Hoskinson here, but this is going to get a lot of attention on gaming and metaverse coins. So Snoop, who has a huge plot in the sandbox, is a big investor in the sandbox and is trying to really dominate the metaverse. What he's doing is absolutely fantastic for the space due to the fact he is loved by everyone. And you kind of just get that seal of approval and he makes things cool, as you've seen time and time again throughout his career. So he's just created a new music video, House I Built here, all about the metaverse and filmed within the metaverse. I'm going to show a little clip of that in just a sec. But he does have this spaces coming up tomorrow featuring Mr. Charles Hoskinson. So April the 5th, 1800 hours UTC. So get that one in the calendar. That will be on Twitter Spaces. And within this, they're releasing these claymates, so these clay animation characters, which I think are NFTs. So pretty damn cool stuff. Here is the video he just released. And again, social proofing things, and I think getting attention on metaverse generally here with this new video, House I Built, April the 1st release, 2.2 million views already, with all these kind of images directly from, I believe it's like a sandbox rendering here. Just looks super, super slick. So Snoop Dogg going to bring that attention to this sector of the market. I think we're going to see other catalysts as well in terms of news plays coming out there. And then we just need that attention to then be focused into the big caps. And then we have the meltdown approach, which I believe will happen as we've seen it previously. So this is my watch list of games here. Starting with the top, we have Gala Games. Now I haven't got a position in this one, but they're doing a lot with music NFTs as well. So this really could be one of the dominant actual metaverse coins, as big as the likes of Axie, Sandbox, etc. And then we have the likes of Illuvium here, a game slash metaverse all in one. I've got a position in this and staked some ILV. I think when the release of this game comes out, I think it's scheduled for sometime in Q2. They've got a load of land sales coming up as well. There's catalyst for this one running in the background. And I'm primarily trying to look for maybe places to rotate some gains into. So the one I'm currently in is this one, Vulcan Forged. You can see it's had a really nice run up here. And I do expect this to continue in the month of April because the catalysts for this one just don't stop here. There's a lot coming up and we're going to cover those in a second. So these were kind of my main ones to really focus in on. I selected this one and right now it looks like the correct decision to have made, as it is the biggest gainer on my watch list. Then we have other like studio plays and guild plays that don't actually tie you into just the one game. So the likes of Ultra, Merit Circle and YGG and even Superfarm can be lumped in here with what they have planned, but they haven't really developed as quickly as the likes of Vulcan Forged up here. Hence, there is a bit of a big difference in market caps. And I feel like with the Imposters launch that required super farm tokens as well, for now, this has maybe had its bit of a mini pump. I think it will pump again, but I think the juice has been squeezed in the short term on this. Krabata seems to be trending downwards. I don't know why, but it looks a little bit cursed there. So I have given that one a bit of a swerve. I exited my D-race position to double down onto Vulcan Forged up here, which looks like a good decision. Then we've got multiple mobile games here on Game E. Another one I'm keeping tabs on, but that is just continuing to go down here, which is not good. MetaGods being mentioned numerous times by Alex Becker, very low market cap, $6.5 million only. And as we come into these real low caps and the ones that haven't actually got a market cap on CoinGecko, you need to really look at like CoinMarketCap to see where they are. So this one was put onto me by one of you guys in the comments, Mobland Sinner. This is the one that's backed by like Do Kwon, loads of influencers, and kind of is the mafia wars on blockchain. So this one's on my radar. I'm going to continue to look into that one. And then we have Animal Concerts. Again, this one's got backing from Snoop. It's all about metaverse-based content and concerts, musical events, that kind of stuff. As we saw during lockdown, Ariana Grande made like millions of dollars without leaving a studio. And so this company is trying to tap into that market. So this one's well worth having on your radar down here. And then some of the games that kind of released in bad times, Sidus here, didn't get the big pump that everyone was expecting. So this one may be one to keep track on, and this one may be the one that I go and ape into with some of the Vulcan Forged profits on a rotation basis. I think that's the main crux of this, is if you make big gains in something, you want to exit out of that position and then try and compound, maybe lower down the food chain. And that is my kind of plan with this. And going to the bottom here, like I mentioned in the previous video, if you haven't checked that one out, check it out. I'll leave a link just above. Thetan Arena, I'm calling this one Zimbabwe. Inflation, inflation, inflation. Too many tokens hitting the market all the time, and the price just keeps tanking on this. So I don't expect a big recovery from this one, but the gameplay and number of users is rather spectacular. But another one here that's performing really well, and I've got high hopes for, is Defina Finance. So over on CoinMarketCap, we can get a bit of a better look at this one. So the market cap, $4 million only, and fully diluted just 55 million. Binance Smart Chain Play, and if we just pull out the chart here, you can see it's being ravaged and it's starting to make a little bit of a flick up there at the end, but not too good in terms of that long-term trend. But you can see it's trying to break out of this downtrend and the perpetual, down only mode. And we're starting to get a bit of a reaction here. So this one is super, super cheap at that 4 million market cap. This is the kind of small cap play I would like to rotate into. This one was actually called by Becker on his previous video. If you haven't seen his last gaming video, it's absolutely ridiculous. If you are a Cardano holder, I would say probably stay away from it, but it's rather hilarious. Now, in terms of Defina Finance, this one has already built out a load of games. They have quite a strong community, and it's also got the anime vibe. So lots of anime characters in this, and I think there's a real want for anime out there right now. You can see in mainstream, there's a load of stuff that's just gone wild. And so anime is kind of the talk of the town, the kind of sector of cartoons that is really popping off once again. And so I think just the stylistics around this one are rather special. The Fina token, the utility token, used throughout their ecosystem as the basis of transactions and interactions. So it's essentially like a gas or network token for the host of games that they have out there. So one thing to be aware of this one, if you go into their Medium article here, you can see they paused the vesting contracts. So between January 12th and now up to April 12th, so this month, in around 8 days time, they paused all the vesting contracts. So less tokens hitting the market generally. I think they still have like a marketing budget and stuff, but it'll be interesting to see the reaction once they turn that pipeline back on the 12th. So I would expect FOMOing in now may be the wrong decision, but once we have maybe an initial spike and if there's a sell-off, there may be an opportunity to scoop this one even lower. So that's the kind of date and deadline I'm looking at to really see what kind of reaction this has in the market and see how many tokens they actually do disperse on that date. So this is one of the key components to this one, and my choice as to whether I rotate into this one or not may be defined by what happens around this date. They're in open beta with their game, such as most of the games that have released so far. They're all open beta. They're trying to improve things as they go along, getting feedback from community. I think there's been quite a few patches that these guys have installed to ensure things run smoothly. But now they're moving from phase 1 into phase 2, and this will include having these kind of battle royale modes, full DAO governance through the Defina token, There's going to be some land, weapon forging, skin systems, having a full open world will come by phase 4. So essentially they've got a decent roadmap looking ahead for like price catalysts and stuff. When there's like land sales coming up, there's a reason to hold the token. If there's DAO governance decisions to be made, again, reasons to hold the token. But generally, I just like the look of it, the stylistics, the low market cap, and if there is a bit of a dump. When those vesting contracts go live again on the 12th of April, it may be one that I want to scoop on in with. So here we have the main portion of today's video. Vulcan Forged, an update on this one, why I'm bullish on this and why I put some funds into this one. So Vulcan Forged PYR, market cap just $383 million. Now they've just got so much built out already that I feel like they are undervalued in comparison to competitors in the industry. They've already got an NFT DEX. They've also got their own trading DEX for gaming tokens. They've got multiple games out. They've got like 2,000 to 4,000 daily active players in there. And then let's have a look at the chart here. We had the hack when it hit like all-time highs around 40 odd bucks. Hack caused a big sell-off and then the market went to poop as well. And so it got absolutely rinsed, got in around 12 bucks here and then added more with my rotation out of D-Race into this one around $13.60, I believe it was. So got a bag packed of this one. And I feel like if it managed to hit 44 bucks and now there's just more going on, it's actually made fundamental improvements since then there's no reason why, if we have a bit of a sustained bull here, that this won't surpass previous all-time highs. So here is the website. Vulcan Forged, this is their NFT marketplace. Now currently they have Elysium, which is, I believe, here, a fully EVM compatible chain that they just launched and went live with. The kind of the metaverse chain is what they're branding this as. This just went live. And this means that they're going to be hosting other coins on top of this. So this is really, really interesting. This chain has gone live. We're going to jump into some more details around this. But to create your own L1 is pretty damn spectacular. On top of that, the PYR token is used for governance for an L1. That's pretty bullish. And they're having like 28 projects launch on top of Elysium. And through the NFT marketplace here, they plan to sell the NFTs of these other partners through this. And there's a 6% fee. Now, the trading token will be that of the project that actually launches the NFT. So for example, they've got a partnership here with Hustle. So if Hustle sells their NFTs through here, they will take payment in the Hustle token. Makes a lot of sense as that project wants to promote its own token. But the 6% fee will be converted in the background from Hustle, 6% taken on any fees, and then converted into Vulcan Forged PYR token. Hence, there'll be sustained buying pressure from this. So this for me is bullish, and you can see they've got the ability to deliver actual working products as this NFT marketplace is live. They've got the Vulcan DEX over here. They're going to be listing all these new coins, these gaming coins onto here. Currently, you can trade the likes of PYR Lava, which is the kind of gas fee for their L1 and the in-game token. And then we have this, of course, the mainnet release, bullish as hell. And then if we scroll through the feed here, you can see some more bullish catalysts here. So Binance have partnered with them. You can now directly purchase PYR through MyForge with the use of Binance on the back end. Super damn bullish. So we've got a play to earn gaming platform and studio with over 10 games and many guilds already live. There's a carbon offset, metaverse and NFT EVM compatible layer 1 blockchain. I've got a little post on that to show you through, and around 28, 29 projects confirmed to be launching on top of Elysium. They've also got a DEX with NFT farms for partner projects, 2 NFT marketplaces, yield-bearing land with lockups. They have the land staking going live second week of April, and users and wallets are on the up. So just loads of bullish catalysts around this. Social rankings as well. It came in as #1 here on Lunar Crush. So I think it's just got great credentials for this month. Crypto.com also adding it so you can buy it directly through the app. That is very much normie friendly. And DApp Radar did a full spread on this one to kind of put out the bull case here. 4,000 players were active once this was released, I think a few weeks back. They've got all these games, Forge Arena, Berserk, NFT-based games like GeoCats, Sinverse, which looks pretty damn cool. This again looks like the Mobland game / Mafia Wars kind of style there, Satoshi City. So you can see they just built out tons and tons of utility here and games for people to play. Now this is the L1 Elysium. So this is a carbon neutral blockchain. So one of the issues with NFTs is people are saying they're not friendly for the environment. Well, these guys have kind of shunned this one by partnering with the guys over at Elysium to create this EVM compatible blockchain. So the Elysium blockchain has been designed for crypto gaming projects that mostly use NFTs, and it's the transfer of one NFT to another wallet that causes the use of energy. And so Elysium uses proof of stake to validate the transactions, and the servers used by Elysium to validate these transactions emit carbon dioxide. So a small fee will be levied for every single transaction on this chain, and Elysium will use the transaction fee to plant trees. The trees will also be captured by an NFT and put on the blockchain, so we can track the trees and see the number go up. So as this blockchain is used more and more and more, they're actually going to be planting more and more trees. This essentially means every transaction is financing a tree or a forest. And so this will help Elysium neutralize CO2 emitted from transactions. And this chain can handle up to 2,500 TPS. Live stream coming up on the 11th of April. This is one I'm going to tune in with to see how this CEO interacts, see all the bullish catalysts that maybe he does a bit of an alpha leak on, etc. I just think there's a lot going on for Vulcan Forged and a really well-rounded ecosystem being built out in front of us. So this is kind of the most bullish gaming coin I could find out there. I went through a ton of them, and this is now my first play, and I would like to rotate profits from this into other coins. That is my strategy. So we're currently sat at around 15, 16 bucks. You can see we kind of broke out of the resistance here, flipped it into an area of support. I could probably move this line up a little bit higher right around here now. And we're working on another retest of this area once again. Now my take profit one target is this kind of area of chop through here at around 22 bucks. So from here, that's still a gain of roughly 40% to come. I really do believe they will hit that pretty damn soon as we start to see more money flowing into the altcoins once again this week, maybe next week, and then longer term targets over the next, maybe whole of the next month, we're going to move into this kind of region up here. So a previous area of resistance and support at around 30 to 35 bucks. So this will be roughly a 2x move from where we are currently if we get up here. Beyond there, I will be taking heavy profits out, but if we do go beyond there and retest all-time highs, that's around 200% away. And then I think if we do break out from there, price discovery mode with all the things that we've mentioned in this video, the bullish catalyst, etc., it really could go off to the races. People are suggesting a 3-figure price tag for this in the long run, but I think I'd rather play it a bit safer, take my profits out on the way and rotate them into the smaller caps. I think that is the way to play this market in my personal opinion. Of course, not financial advice, but that's what I'm going to be doing due to the fact, of course, we have a pretty horrendous macro backdrop. Maybe slight improvements to be seen with that, but generally I'm still not 100% convinced that we are full bull as of yet. So just my trading plan with this token and for the gaming sector at large. So if you enjoyed this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also come and check out TerraCast episode 2 posted just earlier today. We've got a load of news and updates across the Terra ecosystem, and not just my voice. You've got a few other lunatics out there contributing to this one as well. So go and check that out over on my channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.